Welcome to the Boundary Breakers Collective, your source for boundary pushing discussions and fresh perspectives on cultivating limitless possibilities. Each week, Helena Demuynck brings you smart and conscious women who are challenging conventions. They are transforming their lives, industries, and communities through courage, creativity, and collaboration. Our goal is to shine a light on impactful women who are forging their own paths and reinventing the way we think about boundaries. Whether you're a seasoned leader, entrepreneur, or just starting your journey, our discussions aim to spark fresh perspectives on how you can rise above perceived limitations. Welcome to the Boundary Breakers Collective. Let's get started.
Hi, and welcome to the very first episode of the Boundary Breakers Collective podcast. For those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Helena Demuynck, a Belgian living a simple life in Andalusia, south of Spain. I am a mother, a partner, a dog lover, an entrepreneur, an app addict, a co creator, an experimenting gardener, and much more. And I'll be your talk show host as we dive into conversations with amazing women who are challenging norms and pushing boundaries in their careers and lives. I am thrilled to be launching this podcast as a way to amplify the voices of female disruptors and celebrate the work so many women are doing to cultivate positive change. But before we get to that, I want to share with you all how this idea for the Boundary Breakers Collective originated. As some of you know, I've always been eager to pave my own path. From a young age, I had this drive to take charge of my life and make an impact however I could. My mother says the first words I said was, "I'll do this." So at 25, despite some fears and uncertainties, I took the leap and started my own business. Those early years were a thrill, but also full of challenges, as any entrepreneur can attest to. There were long days, certainly, stressful moments, sometimes wondering how I'd make payroll and pay my suppliers, and sacrifices to get the company off the ground. But through it all, I felt so fulfilled, following my passion and learning and growing as I went. My work gave me energy and motivation even on the hardest days. I loved the constant problem solving, creating something from scratch, and seeing it grow stronger over time. So, as the years went on and the business found its footing, I started advising other women who were longing for more meaning, more freedom to define success on their own terms, more ways to make a positive impact. And I saw so much of myself in them. And that's what led me to the work I do now as a transformation guide, supporting smart, conscious, high achieving women to get out of their own way and achieve their full potential, to build unstoppable momentum, to become. So many women feel depleted by constantly putting others first or pursuing achievement for achievement's sake alone. They wake up wondering, is this all there is? Does that resonate to you? Yeah. I work with clients one on one and through retreats, online events, seminars, and speaking engagements to help uncover their most authentic purpose and gifts. We explore how to approach personal and professional life from a place of fulfillment instead of scarcity, from a place of wholeness instead of separation. We explore how to build formidable entrepreneurial or executive leadership skills while maintaining healthy boundaries. And we discover how each woman can step into her power as an incredible role model and a force for change. It is absolutely rewarding to see these women find their way to a life filled with richness, contribution, and momentum. And I'm committed to amplifying even more voices through this talk show and supporting women worldwide on their journeys. Because I believe that when we lift each other up, the ripple effects are infinite. In working with women leaders, I have realized how many self imposed limitations are really holding us back. Things like fear of failure, worrying what others might think, and believing the classic narratives about what success has to look like. It was so freeing for me to break free of all that and define achievements on my own terms. And along the way, I met so many other women who were doing the same, reinventing themselves, refusing to be boxed in by societal expectations, and accomplishing extraordinary things by thinking beyond imposed borders. I was so inspired by their journeys and wanted to find a way to magnify all the disruption happening underneath the surface. Through my work as a creator, an entrepreneur, and transformational guide and coach, I've had the privilege of learning from so many incredible women who are disrupting industries, following their passions fearlessly, and making a massive difference in the world. They prove every single day that there are no limits to what we're capable of when we push past barriers instead of conforming to perceived roles. They prove every single day that there are no limits to what we are capable of when we push past barriers instead of conforming to perceived rules. Their stories continue to inspire and motivate me, which is what sparked the idea for this talk show. I wanted to create a platform where I could shine a light on these rebels, mavericks, and pioneers. Women who are willing to color outside the lines and blaze their own paths. So I'm on a mission to show listeners, to show you that true progress happens when we have the courage to break conventions, not simply follow them. If you're looking to be inspired, to think beyond what seems possible, and gain insights from successful women rebelling against limitations, then this is the talk show for you. Each episode will take you on an empowering journey as we discuss strategies for pushing past barriers, establishing your vision on your own terms, and achieving more than you imagined. You'll walk away feeling motivated to keep challenging conventions in your own life. Because here's the thing, as high achieving women ourselves, my guests and I, we understand the daily obstacles you face. But through these honest conversations, we hope to remind you of your untapped power to overcome any boundaries and pave the way for transformations through creativity, resilience, and passion. By tuning in weekly, you'll join a support network of fellow disruptors who will keep you fueled to keep defying the odds. Most of all, you'll see firsthand that truly lasting change begin when we embrace our roles as mavericks and revolutionaries. So each week, I'm excited to bring you insightful conversations with disruptors who are refusing to be defined by restrictions or expectations. They will share their journeys of persevering through challenges, thinking differently about limitations, and making the extraordinary seem possible through determination and grit. I can't wait for you to learn from these strategies for cultivating positive change. If you're still here, then you are ready to be inspired, to have your assumptions challenged, and think bigger about what you're capable of. So stick with me on this talk show adventure. Together, through these powerful boundary breaking discussions, I believe we can help unleash unlimited potential and pave the way for even more groundbreaking transformations. If you listen to the Boundary Breakers Collective talk shows, you will gain the tools to start fully living your life on your own terms. Each episode will provide inspiration and practical strategies to help you step boldly into your power and potential. You will discover how to overcome self doubt and societal expectations that have been holding you back from pursuing what lights you up. Our discussions will remind you that you have so much untapped greatness within, waiting to be unleashed. So, whether you feel like playing it safe or want to take a risk, this show will encourage you to start making choices unapologetically and following your joy. You belong here in this world. So claim your space and show the world your brilliance. Tune in each week to cultivate the courage and community support needed to design a life of meaning and impact. This is your invitation to start living freely. Thank you again for listening to my origin story and trusting me to be your guide through these journeys of reinvention. I truly believe the discussions we'll bring have the power to spark inspiration on a global scale. And moreover, if you're ready to join us on our mission to amplify disruptors, there are a few things you can do. First, be sure to subscribe to this talk show on your preferred platform and leave a rating and review. Your feedback will help us grow our community of boundary pushers. You can also introduce someone doing incredible work to disrupt norms. If you know an innovator or change maker deserving of recognition, then email me their details. And if you have your own story of overcoming adversity or turning restrictions into opportunities, I want to hear from you too. Shoot me a message sharing how you've pushed past barriers. Together, through sharing our journeys of reinvention, we'll inspire countless others to keep cultivating limitless possibilities. Thank you again for listening. Now go and spark disruptive conversations of your own. Bye for now. I'll be there again next week and see you there.